so yesterday me and Joe had a conversation about people always being in their feelings. How every time you say something to somebody, they either take it as you being rude or, you know, you don't know how to talk to people, but I'm just telling you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that today people are so sensitive to not just the words that you say, but people are sensitive to everything.
Like as soon as you say something,
They in their feelings.
yeah, they feel like everything that come out your mouth is something meant to be derogatory.
Right.
Or it got some ulterior motive or meaning behind
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I've been hearing that for a long time.
it. About you?
About me. People, you know, people saying I don't know how to talk to people. Even you to say I'm unapproachable. People be scared to approach me.
First,
but
hold on a second. First of all, let me introduce y'all to the Tin Man.
No heart, all hollow.
Because my thing is, this is my thing.
No heart.
Why you gotta get in your feelings by me just telling you how I feel?
Alright, so check it out now. So with me, right? I'm not easily offended.
Right.
But I am sensitive in the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you can't just talk to me any kind of way. Like, it gotta be a certain way you can. Because if you take a certain tone with me, I'm gonna automatically just block you out.
You're gonna shut down, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna just block you out. Like, I ain't gonna be hearing.
So you one of them niggas that be in their feelings?
No, it ain't that, because he gonna be offended. But
right.
I sensitive to the fact that if you start yelling and all that stuff,
no,
like,
but ain't even yelling.
No,
it ain't even yelling. Just talking in general.
Yeah.
Just having general conversation, but you get in your feelings based off of what I'm saying to you.
Right. Let me slide this back here because I'm about to get in on this right here.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. Why is it that I gotta censor myself? Because why I gotta censor the way I feel just because I gotta be worried about how you gonna feel about it?
Yeah. You don't have to. Let me see. With me, I'm not easily offended, but like you gotta watch how you present it to me. Because in certain ways, if you don't present it right, I'm not gonna hear it. I'm automatically gonna go into.
Give me an example, because I ain't sure what you're talking about.
Defensive mode, like.
Yeah, give me
say
an example.
Somebody say, so you know you can. It's not like what you say is how you say it sometimes.
I hear that all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you suck.
Listen.
Go ahead.
It's not what you say, but how you say it. So you can say, "Var, pass me the glass," right?
Right.
Or you can say, "Motherfucker, pass me that glass."
Nah, but see,
that's different though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
then I would be like on some shit like.
That's kind of
different. This glass. Pass me the glass.
But that's kind of different though.
Like.
Yeah,
I can understand. I can understand
where you coming from, though.
Yeah, I can understand somebody talk to you like that. You look at them like, who you think you talking to?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's different.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm in the same situation as Pat. Okay, I've been being told for years that I guess I come off too abrasive. At times when I talk to people, and for me, it's hard for me to see it because I know how I am. A lot of times I say things without necessarily the intent of malice, but I'm just the type of person, I'm just a straight shooter. If I have something to say, I just come out and say it. I don't sit there in my mind and think to myself, okay, how can I candy coat this?
Right.
Or how can I soften this up
right.
to deliver it to the person? But if I have something to say to them, boom, I just come out and say it.
Right.
I don't candy coat or try to walk on eggshells or try to tiptoe around stuff. Now, I'm not going to be nasty. I'm not going to like curse you or, you know what I'm saying, intentionally be nasty with you. But
I'm just expressing myself.
All right, let me ask you this. Do y'all consider your tone at all when you say something? Do you consider your tone?
I don't feel like nothing is wrong with my tone. Just like I'm talking to you now, is the same tone that I normally always have.
Yeah,
Unless
he talk with that tone, but there's some fucking malice behind what he say when he say it. He say it to be sarcastic. He say it to be nasty. He say it to try to belittle people.
That's
he
not,
say it. He has
true,
ulterior motive behind his words. You see that goddamn smirk right there? That shit means something.
That's not true,
man.
man.
The thing is, man, people need to stop wearing their feelings on their sleeve.
And that's
man.
true too.
And everybody, I mean, it's like you can't say nothing without people being sensitive.
Oh, why you got to get smart? Why you getting smart?
Or, you know.
I got something to add to that when you finish. Go ahead, though. You right.
I got a prime example.
Can you? Maybe I should just go into how we got into this.
But let me give you a prime example. This cat right here, on the way here, he was like, you think this way that we going is faster? I was like, I don't know, but this the way I'm going. Yeah. Why you got to get smart out your mouth?
He ain't say it like that though. when he tried to reconstruct it, it ain't come out like that.
Well, tell me how it came out then.
Yo, you think this way you going faster? I don't know, but this the way I'm going. Now tell me, is that different from how he just said it?
It's the tone that gets you.
It's the tone.
So it hurt your feelings when he said that?
No, the shit didn't hurt my feelings.
But he felt that I was getting smart.
He was getting smart in the fucking mouth.
It's gonna put you in a defensive mode.
So you're saying that he could have said the same exact thing, but if had he said it with a different tone, then it wouldn't have been like he was getting smart.
Exactly.
That shit put you in a defensive mode. People tone. If you.
And you know what? Hold on. Let me back up. Because you said something. It's not really the tone with that. He didn't have to say, but this the way I'm going. He could have said, I'm not sure.
That part wouldn't.
All I said, I don't know, but this the way I'm going.
No, you ain't. No. You ain't
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
He said it different though. I don't know. This is the way I'm going.
This is my thing.
That's different.
Okay, this is what I gotta say about that situation. If you don't want the answer to the question, then don't ask the question.
Yeah.
Don't ask if you don't want the
But
answer.
No. You want an answer, but you don't want that fucking answer.
And that's another thing that people have problems with. They ask you questions,
and
right?
Can't accept the answer that you get.
Well, not only can't accept the answers to the question, they can't accept the truth.
Yeah.
And now that you done been straightforward with them and told them what the truth is,
now they feelings hurt.
Yeah. You hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Or what, you wanted me to lie to you?
Exactly.
See, I ain't got no problem with that. Tell me the truth.
Right, but that's two different things. Saying something that hurts somebody's feeling by telling the truth. You know, you just telling them the truth, and you doing that just logically without thinking because that's the right thing to do, right? That's normal. That's normal speech and normal practice for certain people. You should tell the truth when they answer questions or when they speaking to people. But I'm talking about the situation that we talking about in the car could have been avoided.
All right.
Now he knows me.
But
he knows that.
But you know me too.
And I know that when you say it that way, I know you meant to say, motherfucker.
The shit don't stink, mouse cotillion looking motherfucker. Sit your motherfucking ass down, man, motherfucking give me a motherfucking hug.
I'm going this way. If you don't want to be in my car, don't tell me how to drive. That's what I got out of how you said it.
But that's not
what I said.
It's not about what he said. It's about what his intent behind it was.
How you know what my intent was?
Because I can read, nigga.
But now you putting words and expressions in his mouth. He didn't say all of that stuff that you was thinking.
When I addressing the action about it, and I said the same thing to him in the car. I know what he meant.
But he didn't say, okay, maybe we should get into how me and you got into the discussion.
It got to be about me, right?
No, it's not about
it. Better not be, because I'm telling you, today is not the day. I dealt with a lot of shit with y'all today now.
It's not about you.
All right, we good then. Let's do this.
This is how we got into this is how me and Pat got into the discussion. Because all right. Last week was my daughter's birthday.
Yes.
I had a game.
Okay.
So we was going out to dinner for her birthday. So I told everybody, I got a game. Y'all go ahead. I'll meet y'all there. As soon as my game over with, I'll come to the restaurant. Okay? I get to the restaurant. My daughter is sitting at the head of the table. So then you know the next seat is the seat that goes down, and then on the other side is the other seat that goes down, right? So the next seat, my wife is sitting in the next seat, right? And then in the other seat on the other side of Zena, my wife's friend is sitting in that seat. So when I walk into the restaurant and I see how the setup is at the table, I instantly walk over to her friend and ask her to move so I can sit next to my daughter.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's
So
your seat.
I walked over there. I was
I
like,
thought that
yo.
was understood already. That was your
Okay.
seat. Okay.
Me too. So I walked over there and I was like, yo, I said, can you move so I can sit right here next to my daughter? I want to sit next to the birthday girl. That's what I said.
Okay.
She moved. Nope. She got up. She moved. No problem.
Did you say it just like that though?
Yes. I was like, yo, can you get
But
up
you're
and
yelling
move?
right now. I'm just saying.
I said, no, I'm talking loud because the microphone all the way over there and
All
I
right.
want to make sure it picks up my voice.
Understandable.
I said, can you get up and move? I said, can you move so I can sit right here? I want to sit next to the birthday girl.
Okay.
She moves. So then something else was said, and then I came back and I said, y'all should have known I was gonna want to sit next to my daughter. She the birthday girl.
Okay.
All right. Now fast forward. This week was my wife's birthday. We was going out to dinner again. So I try to call her friend to invite her.
The same one he asked to move.
The same one I asked to move. I try to call her to invite her to my wife's birthday dinner.
Okay.
I ain't get no answer. Later on that afternoon, I'm talking to my wife on the phone. I was like, yo, I tried to call your friend and invite her to dinner, but I didn't get no answer. So my wife says, oh, well, let me just go ahead and tell you. She said she ain't coming to no more family dinners or no more family events because you hurt her feelings last week
Oh, wow.
at Zena's dinner and you made her feel uncomfortable. I said, how? Because I asked her to move so I sit next to my daughter. But granted, now after I asked her to move, the rest of the night was good. Everybody was laughing, talking, having a good time. So never at any point up until yesterday.
Did you realize something was going on?
Right.
Oh wow.
So that's when I was like, man,
Yeah, that cat called.
I mean, what? I'm not, and I was telling this cat, I don't and that wasn't even nothing to candy coat. I just asked, let me sit next to my daughter. She the birthday girl.
You wasn't mean about it. You didn't come off
How
brash.
you say it, dude? Yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean that's not, before I can either side with you or even agree with you. I mean, right now I'm agreeing with you that in saying that in principle,
nothing wrong with that shit.
there's nothing wrong with you
how you
asking,
say
hey,
that
hey,
shit.
let me sit next to my daughter.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just think I walked in and was like, yo, can I sit right here? I want to sit next to the birthday girl.
Oh.
That's how I remember saying it.
Everybody comfortable?
Yeah.
Get your motherfucking ass up!
Okay.
And I don't see nothing wrong.
I don't. I mean, I can see where she probably could take it slightly, but not enough to say I ain't coming to no more function. I ain't doing nothing else. I think that's overboard.
But here's my thing. It's my daughter's birthday. It's another empty seat. Why you choose to sit here?
I don't know.
And when I get there and I ask you to move, it ain't out of malice.
Yeah,
I'm just asking you.
understand.
I'm just asking you to move because this is my child and I want to sit next to my child.
And that's true.
Yeah, which is cool.
That's cool.
But to me, it's how you approach it. It's a level of respect you gotta have, regardless of who you're dealing with.
And this is
It's
my
a certain
thing.
level of
This is my
respect.
thing. I hear all the time that I'm rude. I don't know how to talk to people. I'm always getting smart at the mouth. But my thing is, when I say things,
I asked you a question.
I never intentionally be disrespectful to nobody.
Except me.
So every time you gotta speak to somebody or something. So is this something in your? Because I'm trying to understand because I'm not wired like that. Is this something in your mind that says, okay, let me say this a certain type of way or try to dress this up for this person on?
I
don't know how to do that.
I don't either. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn.
I deal with people is like, to me, respect is big to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's big
So,
to me too.
It's I always deal with people with a certain level of respect. I make sure I respect people because I know how sensitive I am to it. Like
Right.
you're not gonna just come to me and talk to me any kind of way.
I know that's
That
right.
shit is not gonna happen.
And that's understandable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I keep that in mind when I deal with other people. I make sure I respect them. You know
And you need to say that again for everybody, all the parties here. 'Cause I mean, I'm not taking no shit off of you, and I'm not taking no more shit off of you. You don't give me no shit. But I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. It's a respect thing. Respect me how I respect you.
But
That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing. I don't come at you disrespectful with malice. I just be messing with you. But sometimes you can't talk about how not to talk to people when you be going and cursing people out for the simplest thing. You cannot call the pot calling the kettle black.
Like what? Like who? Ronald McDonald?
Anytime you go to McDonald's and you be cursing them little churn out, you can't tell me how to talk to nobody and how about being disrespectful. Because you're one of the most disrespectful people that I know.
I'm asking the fucking questions here. Give me your motherfucking license and registration. Get your bitch ass out the car. You hear that shit?
But listen,
Hold on, you calling me disrespectful on camera?
but seriously,
You call me disrespectful on camera.
Well, we disrespect. Let me say something right quick. And this, since you brought this shit up, I remember one time I was embarrassed after the fact. I was embarrassed like maybe 2 years later after I had done something. I ain't never really. Well, I lied. I was about to say I ain't never cursed somebody out and regretted it, but that's a lie. Because I always regret when I curse certain people out like them 2 old white ladies. But I was on vacation in Florida and I had cussed Ronald McDonald out. I cussed somebody at the window out. And my daughter was real young, my baby girl, she was real young. And I didn't realize how much that affected her until about 2 years later. And I think I had cussed somebody out, and my daughter was like, Daddy cussed Ronald out. You remember when Daddy cussed out Ronald? That's all she knew McDonald was about Ronald McDonald. Yeah, Daddy's mad. Like how he was when he cussed out Ronald McDonald.
And that make you feel bad, right?
Yeah, it made me feel bad because I didn't realize that had, because now she look at me as that person is just angry, and I'm not angry. I'm not.
So I just want to say, man, that I think that sometimes people are too sensitive.
They are.
I mean, we adults,
Right.
okay? We adults, and I know, like, I'm with you. I don't tolerate disrespect, and I try everything not to disrespect, someone. But and I've always been like this. I'm just the type of person, man. If I have something to say, I'm a straight shooter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't sit and try to beat around the bush or try to candy coat it. I'm not necessarily trying to be, I don't say it with malice or anything in my heart, but I walked into the restaurant and the first thing I thought was I want to sit next to my daughter. So when I got to the table, the first thing I said was, "Hey, can you get up so I can sit next to my daughter? I want to sit next to the."
And did you say, could you get up?
Yes.
What other way you supposed to say it though?
She probably. It could be like.
It could be, hey, would you mind moving to the other seat? I want to sit next to my daughter. When you say get up, get up.
That would have made a difference.
Yeah,
for real.
get
Like,
up.
that shit would have.
Get up. When you say get up, that was the key thing right there. Get
I'm
up
gonna
means
be honest with you.
get up means get the fuck up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said.
Yeah, because you used to being mean and
I'm not-
That's
disrespectful.
not being mean, though.
How you said
How is
it,
that being mean?
you wasn't disrespectful when saying it, but
What it is inconsiderate of that how that person might interpret what you're saying. You wouldn't even think about
But
that.
that's not my job to worry about how somebody gonna interpret
Well,
it.
guess what? If that's not your job, you can't get mad at how the person responds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Point blank.
You
So
cannot-
if they feel that they've been disrespected,
If you consider
But if you feel that way,
and that's what I'm
but
going to be my
if
next
you, if
point.
you feel that way,
You should check.
tell me.
Right.
And then at that point, I could be like, well, you're taking it the wrong way. But if you don't say nothing and you just sit there and be in your feelings, I don't feel what I said was wrong.
I mean, and I agree with partly with what you're saying. It go both ways. If you feel like you're being disrespected or being talked too harshly or taking something that could be, taking something that you think may be interpreted a different way, you should say something.
Right then and there.
I wouldn't. That right then would have been the right time to address it.
But after dinner was
right. It shouldn't have went
a whole week.
It shouldn't have went past that event.
So basically, y'all two saying that I probably came off
harsh.
I don't think you came off hard. I think the choice on words.
I'm just trying to get a consensus from the panel.
My consensus is this: you didn't come off harsh. The words you use, get up.
Maybe I said move. Maybe I said can you move?
Well, you know what? I can only go by.
I didn't say get up or can you move.
And I don't see nothing wrong.
Get up is different, and can you move is a little more subtle.
Explain to me, because I'm being dead serious. Explain to me what's wrong with asking.
And then it's all about context and the tone of what you said. Yeah. Hey, yo, get up so I can sit next to my daughter. That's kind of harsh. Hey, would you mind getting up so I can sit next to my daughter? I want to sit next to a birthday girl.
No, I can see the difference.
No, you see the difference. I see the difference. That's what I'm saying.
This is how I'm just saying. In the beginning, you were just saying using the words "get up."
And then when I say get up, when you say get up, it's about the tone you're using it and the context.
Man,
okay, let me get. I got yours, and let me.
No, I agree with what Shane was saying, and the fact that you weren't wrong in what you were asking of the young lady to do. Like, wanted to sit by your daughter and all that stuff. You weren't wrong in that, right? The thing about it is you didn't consider, how what you say was going to be interpreted by, who you were saying it to. That didn't cross your mind at all.
Right.
So with that, it's if you don't even consider it, it's no telling, how this girl gonna interpret what you're saying.
But guess what, LeVar? Mm-hmm. He already said in the beginning, that's just him. In his mind, he's not doing nothing wrong, so there is nothing to consider. If it came out that way because he figured, well, I ain't doing nothing wrong by saying it how I'm saying it, he didn't have any, he didn't do it with intent for her to feel bad or anyway, but that's just natural.
As of now, this is a possibility that what could happen.
Right, because he did ask the question, let him know how he's talking, and we let you know.
I've been hearing this for most of my life.
So let me ask you this.
But the thing about it is, like I said, when I talk to people, it isn't with malice or with the intent to be disrespectful. That's just how I talk.
That's not true. I know somebody who you always talk to with malice and intent to be disrespectful on the low.
Who?
Well, that's intent. You say he's doing it intentionally, but he says normally he doesn't speak but that's just how it comes out.
I
never intentionally disrespected nobody.
Go ahead, Paul. What you
so this my thing, right? When
now you know what I'm talking about. Look at that. He
can't give a straight face.
Hey. I'll tell you who it is.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. All I gotta do is one thing.
All right. Don't say it. Go ahead.
Right. So this is my thing. When I talk to people, right, my whole goal is to, get them to understand my viewpoint or my idea, whatever the case may be. So I keep that in mind. If I'm talking to somebody, I want to try to be as effective as possible to get my point across. That's always the thought in my mind. So certain people, you talk to certain different ways because you know how to tailor, If you, especially the person, you know how to tailor your conversation to a certain way to get your point across.
Right. I can give you an example. Like if, say Patrick was, just an associate of ours. And that was the same kid, we all together, and he wanted to sit next to his son. He'd be like, hey man, you mind getting up so I can sit next to my son? Somebody who he knew or might have just been there to support him. Not really a good friend, but to me he might say, man, get the fuck up, let me sit next to KB.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes, you would.
But
you tell me for no reason all the time.
But that would be okay because
Right. And I wouldn't take it
Yeah.
I mean, I would take it that way.
You wanna
But you
take
got
it
the
personal?
relationship there. You
No, I
got,
wouldn't take it personal
Yeah.
because I ain't.
But
I don't want to take it personal because I know.
Yeah, because
Right.
you know.
So you know what? We didn't talk about this, but I'm gonna give y'all my conclusion. This is based on what everybody said.
Okay.
This is what I
Good.
have. This is what I have concluded, and these are my final words.
Okay.
So I have concluded. I have came to the okay. Maybe I did, even though it's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she would have understood more if she knew me better, and then she would have known. Well, I know he ain't that type of person,
Right,
So she
right,
wouldn't
right,
take
right.
it like that.
That's
so
fair to say.
given
We didn't consider that at the beginning too.
so, cause y'all know me, so y'all wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
And people that know me, they know I'm a genuinely nice person.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. So maybe if she knew me a little better, then she wouldn't have took it like that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna correct the situation. I'm gonna correct the situation.
And
now, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
The other thing that I have concluded, based on talking to the panel, is this guy and this guy got toilet paper.
5, 6, 7, 8. Are you pressed? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you sad? Give me a bit, let me give you a hug. Cause you act like nobody shows you love. Get out your feelings, ho. Get out your feelings, ho. You stay complaining, you stay crying, you stay whining, ho. What you need? A pat on the back bit? Or do you need some candy in the pack bit? Cause you always in your goddamn feelings. And that shit be straight up killing me. But
This guy right here and this guy right here, we got sandpaper feelings. Y'all got toilet paper feelings.
I'm sensitive, man.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you.
Here's my
Don't
thing.
fucking disrespect me.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
Don't disrespect me. Just don't.
Like I
And
said,
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
but like I said,
Don't. You'll be fine.
I never intentionally disrespect nobody.
I disagree.
What I may say may come off the wrong way, but it's not.
It's got good intent behind it. See,
I don't say
I
things.
can't have the pause.
I don't say things intentionally to hurt people's feelings. If you take it that way, I'm sorry, but that's just who I am.
Yeah, you know what? I beg to differ. I've seen you hurt plenty of people's feelings. I've seen you make people cry.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question.
You said you don't.
I'm gonna ask all three of y'all a question right now.
What?
Let's say you said something to somebody,
Okay.
not intentionally to hurt their feelings,
Right.
and you don't think in your mind that you said anything wrong. That's going for all three of y'all.
Okay.
Should you apologize because their feelings was hurt and they interpreted what you said incorrectly?
Yes.
Even if you don't feel you did anything. Because to me, an apology is me accepting that I did something wrong.
But okay, this is my thing. In the situation that you in, this is your wife's friend. So I think it is for the sake of your wife's relationship with her friend, you apologizing is a good thing to do, whether or not you feel.
Well, I already said I'm gonna correct that situation.
So you gonna
I'm gonna correct that situation.
So
but I'm just talking in general right now.
I think it's case by
So
case.
So you saying it's case by
Yeah,
case?
that's case by case. It is case by case.
If the relationship is beneficial to you in some way,
There you go.
or form, then you need to go ahead and do it. But if it's just some random person, be like, all right, you know.
I feel
all right.
that.
Because to
You
me,
think-
I feel like an apology is you accepting that you
Yeah,
did something wrong.
I feel
Perception is reality, though.
Yeah, it's
Let me know when y'all ready to hear my.
Go ahead, Pat. I'm ready. Uh-oh.
Come on, Tim, man. Lay it on us.
If I don't feel like I said anything wrong,
Right.
I'm not gonna apologize.
Right.
But what I will say is, I'm sorry that you took it that way, but you know, that's not my intent. Was not for your feelings to get hurt.
Right.
We were having a discussion. I said how I felt.
That's the same thing as apologizing.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because I didn't say I don't feel what I said
See,
was wrong.
Because he's not saying I apologize for what I. Okay,
What I'm saying, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
See?
Right? Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
That's a difference.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You can't get through to him. You know why? See, you.
I agree with Pat. I agree
course you do. You spoke like a true heartless motherfucker.
No,
I'm not heartless though.
No, but I still see that as an apology, even though you're saying I'm sorry that you feel like that. So you recognizing that
there may be some type of.
No, I'm not recognizing what I said was wrong.
So
all I'm saying is
I ain't saying you take responsibility was that you were wrong. I'm saying that you recognize that person was feeling some type of way about what he said.
So what he's saying is, I'm not apologizing for what I said. I'm just sorry that you took it the wrong way. So it wasn't meant that way.
Is that what you want to say when you reach out to the friend?
Huh? We can't talk about that right now.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk about that right now.
That is a way to right or wrong. That, you know what I'm saying? I think that's okay to do. That's a way.
But I don't take that as an apology though.
See, hey, you don't have to. But
well,
I'm not trying to clear anything up. What I'm saying is, if you are talking to me and we're having a discussion, I'm not the type of person to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to express to you how I feel. Okay. Now, if what I say hurts you based on how I feel, it's not my intent to hurt you.
Yeah.
But being that we're having this conversation, obviously you want to know how I feel.
Yeah.
So you have to be open to whatever I say.
And that go both ways though.
It does.
You gotta be open out to what you say and to how the other person feels.
No, I can be open to what they have to say. Now, like I said, I'm not intentionally trying to hurt your feelings, but if your feelings do get hurt,
then what?
But
you better say I'm sorry.
No, but
I'm not. I can't say that.
Yeah,
well, I put like this.
You ain't sorry about nothing you said.
It really depends on who the person is.
See, now we're throwing different factors in there now.
It depends on who the person is.
So let's agree that it depends on who the person is.
Right.
Okay. Let's just we can't because that don't apply to every single person you talk to.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
And that's what really needs to be cleared up before I get
Now, if it's not somebody that I really care about, like I said, I'm not.
That's when tone that you just spoke out come out.
I'm not, like I said, I never intentionally disrespect someone.
Right.
But if you take it that way, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you
as long as you know that I'm not trying to disrespect you.
And if you
and
if you feel disrespected, you need to address that right there. And I can tell you, well, that wasn't said to be disrespectful, but that's just how I feel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that goes back to the topic of discussion. Too many people get in their feelings too easily.
And if they do feel some type of way,
they need to say something.
Right, and that's where problems come in at. They don't address it and they feel some type of way, and then they take it with them, and then all of a sudden you wonder why this person don't holler at me or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Because they in their feelings.
It's also the responsibility of the offended party to come back and say something to you.
It ain't your responsibility. And this is what I tell people all the time. If I do something to you that you don't like and you don't tell me, I'm going to keep doing it.
Because you don't know.
Exactly.
Right. You ain't intentionally doing it.
Right.
Well, you intentionally doing it because you don't know. No. You intentionally doing it because you don't know. I mean, it's just a...
No, you can't intentionally do something that you don't know. How that makes sense? That don't even make sense.
I'm talking to you, right? Am I talking to you?
How can you intentionally do something that... What?
I mean...
You mean intentionally like hurt somebody? And
no.
What are you saying?
I mean, just something that you are normally, it's something you normally doing because you normally.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, yeah, you don't see nothing. Yeah,
I got you.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but if
I'm not saying you doing it on purpose.
But if I do something and you don't address it, it's going to continue to happen, and you just going to continue to get mad.
Right. Yeah. You know, you only can change or address the things that people bring to you.
Right. Now if
things you don't know.
Now if I said something and you come to me and be like, well, you said this and that made me feel a certain type of way. Okay, cool. Well, the next time we have a conversation and it's this type of conversation, I may be more aware of what I'm saying to you because I know that your feelings get hurt easy.
But that depends on who it is though, right?
Yeah, it do depend.
For me, yeah, it do.
Yeah, it do. That's everybody.
It depend on
because
for most people,
you want them to know exactly how you feel.
Right, and this goes around the board, especially in like relationships. If if you say something to your partner that upsets them and they don't say nothing, you're gonna continue to have the same reaction in those situations. You know what I'm saying? And every time they gonna get mad and you be like, well, what's wrong with you? Nothing.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to know what made you upset? But if you would have addressed it the first time, the next time we're in that situation, I could catch myself and be like, well, I know the last time we had this conversation, I said something.
And I tell people all the time, just like you said, if I do or say something that you don't like, tell me.
Right.
So that way I know not to do it again.
There you go.
But it's not a point. There's not a point of not doing it again. It's just that when you're addressing that person, you know how to address them.
Right. But then with this, all right, I'm gonna say this too though, Pat. If you notice that it's the same person that you have in, you know what I'm saying, some type of misunderstanding with, you got to start checking yourself too. Like, why is it that every time I talk to this person, it's happening, you know what I'm saying, this such and such is happening.
They feel I can't talk, I don't know how to talk.
But here's the thing. If you go to the person and be like, yo, is this something that I said that made you upset? And they be like, no, then why don't worry about it?
If you do that, now ain't nothing else you can do.
Is that in your head?
Yeah. But prior to doing that, and you notice that, you know what I'm saying, every time you deal with that one person, there's always something. You gotta consider, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing too.
But why can't it be that person? Maybe it's just that person, and their feelings is just extra sensitive, and you can't say nothing to them.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't hear that from one person. I hear that from a lot of people.
So it's you, Pat. That's
why I've been trying to make the point the whole time.
But you hear that from everybody. But here's the thing.
That's what I've been trying to say the whole episode.
But here's the thing, man.
It's you.
But here's the thing.
You.
I can't change that's who I am.
You can change, motherfucker. If you want to change, you can change.
That's in my DNA.
Damn DNA, man. You can change.
Yo, me and him is the same because I hear.
You ain't the same.
Me and him is the same because I hear a lot.
No, you're just a little cool. No, I'm joking, man.
Cause I'm gonna be honest. I may be a little more
heartless.
No, I'm not gonna say heartless. I may come off a little stronger.
Right.
But my mama the same way. She speaks her mind. And she doesn't say it with any ill will or anything. Right. But that's just how she expresses herself.
Right.
She's a lot nicer than me.
I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? But see, my problem is I got a mixture of both of my parents. My daddy more straightforward. Obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But my mama, she's straightforward too, but she's not as right. So I may come off strong, but I just express how I feel. Okay. And I ain't trying to be like I said, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but people just need to get out their feelings.
Here's the bottom line. Get out your feelings. If you feel like somebody said something to you or had a tone with you,
address it.
That offended you.
Address it.
Address it.
I can say that.
And move on, man. We grown ups. We adults.
You see how you saying that, right?
We adults.
What's wrong with what he's saying? What you saying? He being too aggressive right now?
He's being aggressive. I'm not saying just being negative aggressive. He's just being aggressive.
How am I being aggressive?
I ain't got no problem with that.
I'm talking loud because I'm way over here and the microphone way over there.
I keep forgetting and I apologize.
Hey,
you see how
sandpaper, toilet paper.
Hey, little fella, gotta change your touch. What you thought was enough might be too much. See, it's more cushiony than ever before. Charmin Ultra, less is more.
Toilet paper.
You think so?
Hey, man.
You think so?
Hey, let's go ahead and wrap this one up.
You think so? Disrespect me again. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Been another episode.
Hey, toilet paper feelings.
Take him off his shoulder.
Toilet paper feelings, dog. Toilet paper. That's a wrap.
You can't laugh, man.
That cat laughing.
It's a platinum production, man.